I think it involves AI.
I think that my dad's company is going to be something that changes the world.
AI orchestra.
Knowing John and his love for guitars, I think it has to do with music. And his love for computers, like me, I think it involves both of those in some fashion.
I don't really know. I would assume it has something to do with computers and music, dovetailing those together some way, somehow.
I would say, I think it's going to be something for children with music.
Program that teaches kids through computers to play music, maybe.
I pull up and another gentleman pulls up. And we were both probably there at the same time, and I'm not sure if you know about that intersection. That intersection especially seems like one where everybody wants to outduel each other. So what I did was give the guy one of these. And this other guy looked at me and he said, "No, go." So I said, "No, you go." He went, he gave me one of those. And I sort of felt good about that. A simple gesture helping somebody out. He decided to do the same, reciprocated. He left, and later on I went to Myers and I ran into this guy. Not really ran into him, but he was in the aisle. We passed each other and we both gave each other one of those. And I was thinking, that's pretty cool. That just happened because I was a little bit nice, and he in turn was a little bit nice. And it sort of hit me there. You know what? It's nice when people are nice to you. It's nice being nice to other people. So I started thinking, that's pretty cool. That's what the world needs, isn't it? More people being nice to each other. Right now, with all the turmoil, political, all that stuff, I've never seen so much division in our country and in everyday life. You're bombarded all day long with negative comments, negative news, nothing ever good. So I started thinking, is that a product? Is that something that I could get involved in? Maybe. So the next day I go to Myers every morning. The next morning I'm walking into Myers to get my lunch, and there's a little old lady, probably 85, putting stuff away in her car, out of her cart. And I seen she was almost done, so I stood there for a minute, and she looked at me like, "Can I help you?" I said, "Oh, I'm just waiting for you to put that last thing in there. I'll take your cart up for you if you would like." And she said, "Oh, that would be wonderful, young man." Young man. Shows you how old she was. So I took her cart in for her. The next morning I went to Myers. The same lady is there. And actually I've come to find out that we go there about the same time every morning. And she says, "Young man, let me tell you, I told my son about what you did for me yesterday, and he was so tickled that he says, man, wouldn't it be nice if more people did stuff like that?" And she said, "I just want to say thanks." I said, "Oh, thank you." And then I started thinking, wouldn't it be nice if more people did stuff like that? Boom, there's the idea. Started from Latham and Cole. One act of kindness led to me, the guy, head nod, the lady telling her son, he's tickled. She's telling me the story the next day. How'd that start? Simple act of kindness. So I started thinking, how could I involve act of kindnesses? If I get up every morning when I'm retired and not spending time with you, Lisa, I know that's what you really want. I thought, how can I incorporate acts of kindness into my everyday life? And better yet, is it something that I can promote? Hence the company, Battle Zone Promotions. What am I going to promote? Not music. I'm going to promote acts of kindness. How am I going to do that? I hired Now Marketing Group, Jessica, and we've been developing a website. I got a domain called Doing AOK, Doing Acts of Kindness, or How you doing? I'm doing AOK. So I thought, hey, that's a tagline, right? And we have a goal. We're going to log 1 million acts of kindness worldwide. How are we going to do that? Promote it with now marketing's help, get it out there, and we're going to ask people to subscribe to the website for free. If they want to donate, fine. If they don't, fine. But what we want to do is get them in a mindset where they can come to this website doing AOK and share stories. We're going to have contests. We're going to have campaigns. We're going to have daily whatevers. And we're going to promote doing acts of kindness. Bo's all on board for it. Thanks, Bo. And we're going to ask people to do acts of kindness and share their stories. And we're going to count them down. On top of the website, it's going to be a countdown. We're going to try to achieve 1 million acts of kindness. And that is the idea, and that's where we're going with it.
Great idea. Wow, that was really, really cool. Unbelievable idea and concept.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. It just reminds me of when we went to Africa and India and gave school supplies, and when you do all those work things and you help people out. I think it's going to be a great idea. I think it's really going to work.
Yeah, I agree.